Darkness that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, talented, fabulous, gorgeous? Actually, who are you not to please? Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about you shrinking so that others around you won't feel insecure. We were born to manifest the glory of God that lies within us. It's not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Words, powerful words. Words like that spoken by Nelson Mandela at his inauguration. Words like, somebody almost walked off with all of my stuff. By Intisaki Shande. Words like, I've been standing with you, Troy. Sister Rose and August Wilson's Fences.
That's right.
Come on now.
Words like, you know what Mom told me when she was back in the league? You were at school. That's top dog. Wow. There's something about words, and there's something about not only words, but monologues. And to be able to do one, to be able to stand and deliver is something powerful. So I'm saying all this today because we know this as theater practitioners, as theater educators, as theater goers, as theater makers. What these young five people are about to do here today, I want you to give them encouragement before they go, to show them the love that you know they're about to do. On the count of three, give them love. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the third annual Monologue Competition. I am Eric J. Little, coordinator of Student Quest and this competition. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us for the BTN conference in general. I'm a former board member, the parliamentarian, a couple of years ago, so we appreciate you all so much. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for this competition. It has been a great, great time. I always say this, I've done this the last 2 years, and I will do it every year that I am coordinating this competition. I give respect to the people who created Student Quest, and I must honor and respect and say those names. Yeah. The late great Marvin Sims, Michael Pinckney, and Kathy Irvin. But I also have to give respect to my brothers where this competition came from about 5 years ago. It might have been started, I'm sure, before then. But where this particular competition came from about 5 years ago, we were sitting in the lobby of Haddon Theater in Memphis, Tennessee. And when myself and the interim executive director of BTN, Dr. John Shepard Foster, past president of BTN, Chris Berry, and our Nona Lee Fletcher Award recipient this year, Keith Arthur Bolden, and myself talked about this competition. Give those brothers some love as well. This year is a little bit different. We're going to get the competition going so I can announce the judges and we get going, but I want to explain a little bit about it. The competition this year is a little bit different. They are performing 2 monologues. So they're going to do round 1 of the first monologue, and then they will, we'll take a, we'll do a little breather. We're not going to take a break. I know Negroes, you can tell me. We're not a breather. Matter of fact, there's going to be something going on. So don't leave the room. And then go to your room and take a little nap, okay? I know it's been a long day, okay? Then they'll do the second round, okay? Then we'll let the judges deliberate. We got a special performance for you while we're waiting on the announcements. Once again, give it up for Brother Ron Himes of the St. Louis Black decorations and helping out with the competition. He was one of our judges last year, this year as well. He helped get the judges, as well as our performance today. All right. So today you also know about the competition. How did we get to the top 5? These students competed online. So we have an online competition, and the students have to submit the monologues, and then they're judged by a panel of BTM members, and then we have them come to the next level. And then we do workshops with them. They get about 2 or 3 workshops online, of course, because students are from all over. And then after they do those workshops, they resubmit, and we choose the top 5 to bring to the conference. Okay? And so these are your top 5 this year. But we got some great judges this year. All right. So, first judge up, as soon as I get my paper ready, Miss Kathy Irvin, or Professor Kathy Irvin. She's the past president and current consultant for the Black Theater Network and an artist, educator, and emeritus professor in the Department of Theater Arts at California State University, San Bernardino. She is a graduate of Wayne State University and Illinois State University. She teaches courses in directing, acting, creative drama, and African American theater and film and culture. She has directed dramas, comedies, and musicals. Recent work includes Black Superhero Magic Mama, Rolling to America, In the Heights, Once on This Island, Keep Heads Ringing, and many others. She is the author with Ethel Pitts Walker of an African American Scene Book. She is very active with the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. Her work with performance is at the core of her scholarship as an artist, educator, director. Once again, Kathy Irvin. Next up is Professor Jacqueline Thompson. She is a St. Louis-based actor, director, and associate professor at the University of Missouri, St. Louis. She holds a BA from Clark Atlanta University, CAU, and MFA from the University of Louisville, as well as a graduate certificate in African American theater. Some of her performance directing credits include the Repertory Theater St. Louis, the Black Rep, Shakespeare Festival St. Louis, Metro Theater, where she serves as an associate artist, Free Fall Theater, Tampa, Florida, and Nebraska Rep. In March 2018, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch recognized her as one of 6 women shaping St. Louis arts and entertainment. She was also noted as one of St. Louis' most versatile performers. She received a St. Louis Theater Circle Award for Outstanding Actress in a Drama, as well as an Arts Fellowship with the Regional Arts Commission. She was selected by the Theater Communication Groups, TCG, to participate in the Rising Leaders of Color program. In 2019, she received the Visionary Award, which recognizes St. Louis women in the arts. Thompson was a 2020-2021 focused St. Louis Impact Fellow. She is a proud member of Actor Equity Association. Give it up again for Jacqueline Thompson. Our next judge, Anita Anderson Inslee, is a talent cast of Dr. She is a talent casting and booking director for Disney Live Entertainment. She is a published author of fiction and performance educational resources. Prior to casting, she was a professional performance coach, show director, and choreographer. Anita is a 41-year veteran performer of professional musical, theater, opera, and television. She has performed on regional stages across the country. Her television credits include 3 shows with Nickelodeon Studios, Gullah Gullah Island, All That, and Scooter. Commercial credits and a PBS docudrama. Anita performed 3 seasons with the Atlanta Opera, in addition to performing as a concert vocal soloist. Anita holds an MFA in musical theater from the University of Central Florida and a ballet teaching certification from the Royal Academy of Dance. Once again, give it up for Anita. Okay. Yeah, I've seen Tolos, Giovanni's, Giovanni. So what happened? We had some situations go on. But let me tell you how I'm gonna rock this thing right now. We're supposed to be doing this. Giovanni Jones lives right here in St. Louis. He's married. He got some beautiful kids that he loves. He is an actor. He's a director. He is a host. Did you send it to me on email? Oh, thank you. What I tell you about them run high? I love you. I was on it. Giovanni Jones is an actor, director, and teacher. I forgot that. Most recently directed Skeleton Crew at the Black Rep, Breath and Imagination, the story of Rover Hayes at the Penguin Rep, Matilda, Hedda Gabler, Life Sucks at SIUE, Fish Tales for the Barters Theater Appalachian Play Festival, and Pass Over at River and Rail Theater Company. Additionally, the High Captain at the Tank, the motherfucker with the hat. That's the name of the show. It's you guys heard. That's Stephen Alexander. The Importance of Being Earnest and In the Blood. Jones has also directed and assisted operas, including but not limited to Tomorrow's Soror, Angelica, The Barded Bride, and Carpet, to name a few. Also, he has served as an acting coach for many operas and concerts. Most recently, as an actor, he was a co-star on Law and Order, Organized Crime, and a part of JAGFest 4.0, previous Irondale Theater, Sweat, Waterwell's Ajax, which was a part of the Green Plays Festivals, Apple Opera's House, The Brothers Sides, let's see, reading of Namdi Kelly's translation of Lights. Recently, Giovanni has performed in several shows with Tent Theater, including Peter and the Starcatcher. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum Ruins, and Anything Goes. Other roles include Bobo in Raising in the Sun, Josie DeMonte and Nana La Mancha, and Tinka and Puccini's, thank you, Tomorrow. He is a member of Actors Equity Association, SAG-AFTRA, and an associate member of SEC. Additionally, he is a freelance, implicit bias, and anti-racism facilitator and acting coach. As an assistant professor of acting in the Department of Theater and Dance at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, he serves as the head of performance. He is a certified teacher of the Michael Chekhov acting technique through the Great Lakes Michael Chekhov Consortium, where he is also an assistant teacher, has an MFA in acting from Brooklyn College and a BFA in acting from Missouri State University. Give it up for Gio Jones. Judges, we are ready to begin. Everybody do me a favor. Let's take a deep breath and let it out. Take a second one in and let it out. And take this last one in and let it out. Actor number one, Lanita Atabe from Shenandoah University, performing Friendship from Everybody by Brandon Jacob Jenkins.
I was just thinking about you too. Oh man, I miss you. What is going on? Oh, you seem a little depressed. Is it still the election? Is it global warming? Is it the impending threat of nuclear war? Or is it just politics? Is it identity politics? Or is it your job? Is it your career / lack of a career? Is it that person we both hate? Oh no, it's not the person we both love, is is it? Is it your relationship slash lack of a relationship? Is it our relationship? Remember that time we sort of hooked up? That was weird, right? But it's good, we got over it, right? We got over it, right? Right? Oh man, sports! Sports. Hey, remember all those other people that we know? Do you still talk to them? Did you hear that what's-his-face got engaged slash divorced slash remarried slash divorced again? Did you hear that what's-her-face is having a kid slash another kid slash her kid's having a kid? Do you remember that thing we did together that one time? Do you ever look back on that moment like, wow, that was the most formative, most important experience of my life. And I literally had no idea how much the rest of it was going to suck. In comparison, because I do. I think about it all the time.
Thank you.
So what's making you so upset? Because you see, seeing you upset is making me upset.
Thank you, Benita. All right. Have y'all been having a great time at B10? Real quick, name out, somebody raise their hand and tell me your favorite part of B10 so far.
The black people.
The black people. Somebody said Ron Himes. I did not get the memo that this was the Ron Himes day. This brother that got 12 awards. You know, he saved the day for me. I guess I owe you a drink or something. All right, we ready for actor number 2? Give it up for Benjamin C. Roberts from Georgia Southern University performing BJJ from An Octoroom, also by Brandon Jacob Jenkins.
God forbid any actor of color not jump at the chance to play some offensive bag of garbage so far from his own life, in which some idiot critic or marketing intern is going to describe as a gritty, truthful portrayal of the black experience in America. But the minute you ask her why I gotta play a racist whose racism isn't complicated by some monologue where he's like, I don't mean to be racist, it's just complicated. He doesn't return your phone calls. Black playwright. You know, I can't even wipe my ass without someone trying to accuse me of deconstructing the race problem in America. I even tried writing a play about talking farm animals once to avoid talking about people. And this literary manager was like, oh my God. You're totally deconstructing African folktales, aren't you? I'm like, no, I'm just writing a play about talking farm animals. She said, no. You're totally deconstructing African folktales. That's totally what you're doing. And I said, B-E-I-H. I'm not deconstructing any African folktales. I'm writing a fucking play about my issues with substance abuse and attributing the dialogue to a fucking fox and a fucking rabbit to protect identities. Give me a fucking break, and by break, I mean a production.
Thank you, Benjamin. All right. Does anybody remember their first monologue that they learned?
Yes.
What was yours?
David from the Amen Corner.
David from the Amen Corner. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Sister Margaret from the Amen.
Oh, that's two you got?
Soldier with the secret.
Soldier with the Secret, that's the new color museum, George C. Wolfe, yes.
Mine was color music permutations.
Permutations, also the color museum. Go ahead, Michael Dinwiddie.
Archibald Out from Wellington from the Blacks.
From the Blacks. I forgot that playwright. Give me that cool playwright. John Janae. Come on, Ron.
They rolled the stone away Easter Sunday, 7.
You're right, Ron. You know what mine was? My first one, when he is not here, he is risen. I said that thing off too. When I said it. I was ready to go. What was I wearing? I was some angel wings. You know how they are. All right, y'all ready for act number 3? Yeah! Give it up for Jesse Boyd Williams from Wayne State University. Performing Elroy from Stony Ave by James Kirk.
Michigan.
For the first time, I introduced them to mine. Why not? I figured there's gonna come a day when these lonely lips are gonna get tired of cussing out the streets and all the people in it. They're gonna get exhausted for spitting so much wisdom to the homies and game to the honeys. Figure they're gonna need friends who know what it's like to be tired. Tired of the game and the wisdom. They're gonna be so damn tired that the first sight of another pair is just as sleepy, just as exhausted, will damn near drive them to meeting. Meeting for the first time, but hopefully not the last. Your lips are all the companions mine will ever need in life. Lips that spit moments of joy and love, sweetly singing songs of hope and praise. That's the thing that these lips are missing. And if they were to introduce themselves to each other, if they were to finally meet, then all will be right in the world. All will be good in the hood. That's how you get world peace, ain't it?
It's something about when you see them on Zoom, and then when they get in person, they get this whole other swag. I saw Jesse this morning. I was like, okay, is that what we doing? Yeah, I see. Okay, let's get this out of the way. How many people in here are connected to Wayne State? Y'all deep, y'all deep, you know. So nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that, y'all.
You see it?
Wayne State is deep. Michigan is deep. States. All right, we'll do regions right now. How many? Who's from the West Coast?
West Side?
Let's go north, the North Coast. Anybody? Northeast? East? Or just the East Coast? Just the East Coast. Midwest. Southwest. Now I'm gonna go from mine. Anybody from that dirty South? All right. Let's keep it moving. Actor number 4, we got Michael Coffey from Michigan State University performing Chris from Sweat by Lynn Knowledge.
What's that, brother?
I told my girl things was gonna get tight for a little while, and she all like, well, what does that mean for us? I break it down, it's gonna get real. And she like, well, you need to find another job, player. I tell her that's what I'm trying to do. But she got that old school mentality. Yo, she wants what she wants in a moment, can't be thinking about tomorrow. Yo, she was too much work for a man out of work. You know, she was plenty happy when I was a paycheck, numbers and pretty things. But the minute I asked her to borrow $20, $20 to put a little gas in the car, streaming like I broke into her crib. What's that about? Now's the moment. You right, Stan, maybe we should move on. We can complain until kingdom come, blah, blah, blah. That shit get over real fast. I'm out there on the picket lines every morning. I shout fuck you at a bunch of pathetic hungry guys. I feel good and superior about it all for like 5 minutes. Then reality hits, they're inside. Then I start thinking about my pops. Who wants that shit?
Michigan is in the house.
Michigan.
Yeah, we got some Michigan State alumni here.
Yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Now, sir, we just sat up here and gave you a whole lifetime award. See, that's like why folks didn't want to give people tenure, because they just start acting up. He done got a lifetime award, now he cut and just doing it. You ain't better tell nothing next. Just MBTN conference. Calm down. All right. We got Michigan. I didn't hear a whole lot of who was from the South again? Yeah, all right. I'm just making sure. What about, I'm a little biased. Any of AUC, Atlanta University Center? What's up? Oh, that's pretty weak. That was pretty weak.
New York in the house?
I got one. I'll try one. Aggie Pride. You ain't had them about 2 of them, and they ready to go. All right, finishing up our first round is Miss Denitra Gibson from Oakland University, performing Dora from the Mountains by Dominique Mauricio.
What I wanted was some sophisticated, next generation, deep thinking, visual stimulation for the people of this community to be uplifted by. What good is art if it doesn't uplift? If all it does is give us a mirror to see ourselves exactly as we already are, then what is the point? We don't need art for that. We already have enough garbage music and garbage in the streets to last us 3 lifetimes over. We don't need it hanging on our walls, reminding us of the hells that we've already been through. Show me how to get out of hell. That's what I want from my art.
All right, that was round 1. Give it up again for all 5 of them. We're going to now have some remarks by our esteemed president of BTN, Ms. Kate Sahira Sultan. Give it up for her.
I love that word, esteemed. I just wanted to come down here and to share with you all the growth in this room. I remember last year when this program was just getting started right after COVID, there were only a few people in the room, and now we got a room full of support. Do you see all these people that come to support you?
Yeah.
Remember this when you get out in the field. We each need to remember that we stand on the shoulders of giants and we are connected. And when it gets rough, remember this connection. Remember this room when you need to be fed again. When you need that encouragement that you can pick up the phone. You can call somebody. And you see that from today's designer Judy Deering design competition. You see from the S. Randolph Edmonds Scholars that our future is in good hands. And I just want to come and thank you all and just celebrating this energy that's here and in the future of Black theater.
All right, we're gonna keep it going with round two. Once again, actor one, Lanita Atabe, will be performing Lady in Red for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough by Intashaki Shanagay. Give it up once again for Lanita.
One thing I don't need is any more apologies. I got sorry greeting me out my front door. You can keep yours. I don't know what to do with them. They don't open doors or bring the sun back. They don't make me happy or get a morning paper. Did nobody stop using my tears to wash cars because of sorry? I am simply tired of collecting. I didn't know I was so important to you. I'm gonna have to throw some away. I can't get to the clothes in my closet for all the sorries. I'm gonna tack a sign to my door. Leave a message by the phone. If you call to say you're sorry, call somebody else because I don't use them anymore. I let a sorry. Didn't mean to. How could I have known about that? Take a walk down a dark and musty street in Brooklyn. I'm gonna do exactly what I want to. And I won't be sorry for none of it.
For colored girls. How many ladies in the room, how many of you have performed colored girls? Amazing. Such an amazing piece. Let me see, if anybody can tell me the name of, there was another piece written called For Black Boys. Does anybody know the entire play?
Black boys are considered homicides or suicides.
There you go. Who's the playwright? You must have done it. You know it. It was the first show I directed in Clark, Atlanta. My nephew, Keith Anton Mason.
Of course.
Once again, it's Ron. You just got to win today. All right. Actor number two, Benjamin C. Roberts, performing Lorenzo from Blues for Mr. Charlie by James Baldwin.
I don't want to be better than they are. Why should I have to be better than they are? And better at what? Better at being a doormat. Better at being a corpse. Sometimes I just don't know. We've been demonstrating non-violently for more than a year now, and all that's happened is that now they'll let us into that crummy library downtown, which was obsolete in 1897, and where nobody goes to anyway. Who in this town reads books? For that we paid I don't know how many thousands of dollars in fines. Jerome is still in the hospital, and we all know Ruthie ain't never again gonna be that swangin' chick she used to be. Big deal, and now we picketing the great movie palace downtown, which I won't even go to bed. I can live without you, O'Brien, and Doris Day, thank you very much. And we still can't get licensed to be electricians or plumbers. We still can't walk through the park. Our kids can't even use the swimming pool in town. We still can't vote. We can't even get registered. Is that worth it? And these people in the town trying to kill us too? And we ain't got no guns. The cops ain't gonna help us. They just gonna call the people up and tell them where we are and say, go get them. Ain't gonna do nothing to you. They're just a bunch of dumb niggas.
Well.
Thank you, Anita and Benjamin. Good job. Round number two. All right. James Baldwin. Has anybody ever done blues with Mr. Charlie?
Yeah.
A couple of y'all?
Think about it.
Great. But you know what, Ron, Greg Horton is gaining on you.
Twice.
You twice?
Yes.
Good. Give it up once again. We have some special guests. Miss Phyllis Yvonne Stigney right here. We are honored, man. We are honored. Also in the back, Mr. Derek Sanders, one of the founders of Conroe Square Theater. Also, past director of August Wilson Monologue Competition, Chicago. Appreciate you. Also in the room, our past winners from the last 2 years. She was third place the first year, and she was first place last year. From Shenandoah University, Chelsea Michael Gould, give it up! All right, we're on act number 3, correct? Yes. Actor number 3, Jesse Boyd Williams, performing on Juicy Sides from Marcus for the Secret of Sweet by Terrell Alvin McCray.
Remind him that one day it was raining. Rain came so fast. Quick fill up all the ditches outside and the holes around the baseball field. The street, helping to pour all of this water into the empty spaces, filling up with runoff. And then the sun came out. Out of nowhere, the sun just strolled on out. Hot! And every little nigga, I'm trying to stop saying that. Every little kid. Jumped in that water. He ain't do nothing. He just stood there watching us, smiling, laughing, and dunking under these nasty street-made pools. Somebody say, look like the Lord that gave these niggas. These people ain't never had nothing. Might as well give them something. Gave us our own rain-made pool, complete with tetanus and wingworm. Man, we got out of that water. Got to itching. He ain't do nothing. He ain't get mad. He just pour that pink, thick cream on me, rub it in till it looked like I've been working in the chalk mine or doing a voodoo ritual with a woman. He let me get in that water knowing I would need him to rub my back when I got out. Tell him. Ask him if he remember me.
Also, Jesse, great job on singing Lift Every Voice earlier today. There's something about the words that a playwright can construct together. Some people like Terrell Alvin McCrae, you know, August Wilson, Joyce E. Wolf, all those that we love and we hold in high esteem. There's something about that never gets old for me, and I know it never gets old for you. It's the beauty of the language, and then something about being able to relay that language and convey that message. You know, proud of all of you all. We're going to round it up with these last two, but you all have been doing some great work.
Yes. You've been doing some great work, Eric.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right. Give it up for actor number 4, Michael Coffey, performing AJ from Choir Boy, also by Terrell Alvin McCrae.
My family came to see the school classes in my room. They came in and my older brother waited till Ferris was gone and turned to my mama and say, "Why you letting AJ room with a faggot? He don't need to room with no chump. You better check who Anthony staying here with." Talking about this silly, nice kid who had been loaning me supplies since start because we couldn't afford them. And every day since, he asked me if I needed help with anything. And here go my only brother. Better watch who Anthony staying here with. Ferris came back in and said goodbye. He heard my brother say it though. He kept talking but looking away like he was apologizing for something. I wanted to tell him, "Ferris, don't you look down. You've been nicer to me than my blood, boy. Don't look down. Pick your head up. Up." But I ain't saying anything. I ain't seen that look on his face since then. Until now. Nah, I ain't hit him, sir. Only way I hit him if I can knock that sorry off his face.
You know, we talked a lot about connect. Oh, sorry. Once again, thank you, Michael. Great work. Give it up for Michael. We talked a lot about connections, and I want to acknowledge a brother that I think is, we have a connection that we didn't realize when we reconnected here at BTN some years ago. That he was my costume designer about actually 20 years ago. God, it was 20 years ago. But this brother that everybody loves, and he connects a lot of people, and also he took care of me when I came up to talk to his students recently at North Carolina A&T. He's a past BTN president. He's an all-around great person. He does a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't even see. And I started to realize that even more. But always a good brother, and I'm talking about none other than Gregory Hoy. Now, it was funny. He was talking about how we did Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, directed by Joy Vanderoy Cobb back at Swine Palace. And one day, and I was like, yeah, I was in that show. He said, I designed that show. I was like, wait a minute. And he has a picture of me in his office. All right, y'all ready for the last one? Last but not least, give it up for Demetra Gibson performing LaWanda from the Color Museum by George C. Wolfe.
That shit is so tired. The last time Attitude worked on anybody was 1968. Janine, girl, you need to get on with it and get over it. And you need to give the nigga a goodbye he will never forget. I say give him hysteria. Give him emotion. Give him rage. And there is nothing like a toss of the treasures to make your emotional outburst shine with emotional flair. You can toss me back, shake me from side to side, all the while screaming, I want you out my life forever! And not only will I come bouncing back for more, but you just might win an Academy Award for the best performance by a head of hair in a dramatic role.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you, Demetra. One more time, give it up for BTN's Top 5. So right now, we are going to release the judges. Judges, Amanda, can you give it up for Amanda Washington over here, who's a great help. And Amanda and the judges, they're going to go deliberate because we're going to announce the winners today. And then while we are waiting, before I bring up our special guest who's going to perform, is KB in the room? KB is going to come up and give us some information and share some information with us. I actually forgot what the information is, so she's telling me. Past President KB saying, give it up for her.
Good afternoon. We've recognized throughout the course of this conference that we have a number of people who have been asking for additional resources and where they can find information about some of the things that we have covered and some of the information that has been new to our members. I want to point out two things that are housed in HUVA in the documents section. First is a full program for Ma Fletcher for our memorial this morning. It does have her bio, it has her information, a chronology of the important things in her life. It is completely downloadable, so if you'd like to have that for your resources, it is available to you. The second, particularly, I know we have a lot of teachers and academics in the room. The program for this entire conference is also located in documents. So if you need it for promotion or tenure files or any of those things, please make sure that you do download the copy. I think they're only available for 30 days after the close of this conference. So if you need that for your portfolio, make sure you get it. And then there was one other thing. I run a podcast, and there's an interview with Dr. Callum Long about Glenda Dickerson. It's the Black Theater History Podcast, and it's literally at blacktheaterhistory.com. But if you are interested in learning more about Glenda Dickerson, or if you're interested in teaching about her and you would like to use the podcast as a resource, it's about a half-hour, 40-minute interview with him about her. So, did I miss anything else? And tonight, the 15-minute tease has been moved from this room to the Sterling room. We've kind of set it up as it's lovely. We redid the whole thing and it's going to be great. Because we had to set up for an auction in here and we didn't want anyone trying to set up a bar while we were having people read plays.
Sterling 9.
What did I say?
No, you just said Sterling. It's in Sterling 9.
9. The Fletcher room.
Right.
Yes, at the very end of the hall. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Sir?
May I join you?
Please. I mean, if Eric says it's okay.
He says okay. Quickly.
John wants to have an announcement.
Just two quick things. A couple of people have asked me, how do you join BTN?
if you are registered in this conference, you are automatically a member of BTN for the next year. Okay? And expect your email from Black Mass Magazine coming to you. They're going to ask you if you want a hard copy or a digital copy. I think they're slowly, like everyone else, moving over to digital, but right now you can still get the hard copies. So I want you to know that information. Second thing, very quickly, I sent this message out yesterday. We need your pictures. If you are taking pictures, I don't care if it's you and your friends hanging out in the middle of the night when nobody else can see you. If it's all the performance, if it's the we want those pictures. If the pictures that you're snapping of people up here presenting, pictures in the rooms that you were in, we want those pictures because all those pictures, whether it's a formal panel or whether you guys have just the energy we want to capture, so please share them and upload everything in Google. All right? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Ron.
Another announcement.
I just wanted to take a minute because, you know, we've been recognizing people in the room all the time. And there is a lady in the room who is here as a representative of Disney now. But I'm sure that most of you in the room don't know that she was the co-founder of Jumanji in Atlanta. Wow. That's Marsha Linda.
May I ask moving forward that these recipients please stand so we can really see them and recognize them? Let's see them.
Before we get to our performance, thank you, Ron. Piggybacking on that same acknowledgement, as an Atlanta artist, when you come into Atlanta, you hear a lot about Jumanji Productions, and you hear the name Marsha Jackson.
Yeah.
And so Ron was moved over there and said, "You're on the Marsha Jackson?" I said, "Wait a minute." And so I went over and introduced myself. And not only that, we have another connection. True Colors Theater Company is they're celebrating their 20th year this year as a theater company. And in their final show, I have the pleasure of directing a show called That Serious He-Man Ball by Alonzo Lamont. Well, it premiered years ago, almost 40 years ago. It was in the 80s. At Jumanji's Productions, directed by Marsha Jackson. All right, now, you ready for a poet? Yeah. Y'all just sound excited. I said, are you ready for a poet? Yeah. There we go, there we go. All right, so, our poet today is Miss Marsha Khan. She's a writer, poet, and actor, and is a native of St. Louis and graduate of Washington University. Her work has been published in African Voices magazines and poetry anthologies, including Word Walkers, Frontlines, and St. Louis Muse. She was recently nominated for a PEN America Award, and her work will appear in the March 2018 issue, or her work did appear in the March 2018 issue of Black Renaissance Noir. Marsha has had a long-time association with the St. Louis Black Rep, acting and touring in main stage productions, and was founder and artistic director of 40 Corners, a study and performance workshop designed to help teens develop a perspective on the civil rights movement of the 60s and how that translates and informs issues they face today. She currently lives in Harlem and is a member of the, Zawadi Writers Ensemble. Everybody, please give it up for Miss Marsha Khan.
this afternoon, evening, and I'm going to share a couple of pieces. I got a B selection, just in case the judges need more time. Very proud to share with you this piece. It is a tribute to the Black Rep. Born of a Dream, dedicated to Ron and Jerry, the first believers. It started out very small, like most dreams do. Then the dream spread and touched more and more as it grew. The first scene of the dream was the gentleman caller in the women's building at WashU. This was the first bold step of many to follow for the Black Rep. Our dream come true. Born of a dream, a prophecy, a passion, a direction, a reflection, seeking consideration, to be or not to be. Born of a dare, a grandfather's prayer, a lover and a friend, a sister and a brother, a spirit and a mother, claiming a place, to be or not to be. Ceremonies and dark old men was where it began, the seed was planted, and when there was no place to be somebody, the dare was taken, the seed grew, and it was time to tell Pharaoh, and the seed grew some more. Then the phoenix rose, then the Black Rep leaped forth, and the planets realigned, and the waters rolled up on one side, and the light stood shining on the other, and drama came like manna from heaven, because we were hungry. And we feasted on this precious chance, this sacred dance to be or not to be. Born again, saved we stand, and know we have a right. We have ground to stand on and stand like trees planted by the river of drama. We were hungry, and we came to stay. First one, then two, then the many came to feed and be fed, and the manna was drama. We were hungry, and by grace, blessed to express the drama. Born of a dream come true, a prayer answered, a way made, dues paid, sacrifices, but through it all, the fire from heart to heart, the light from soul to soul, the thought from mind to mind, the story, the gift synthesized with the love, and a miracle happened on time, on 23rd Street. Us came together in our infancy, hungry to create a new chance, create a way, to create a new day, a family, a legacy, 47 years and counting. Born of those that have come before, the village griot, the drum and the dance, the African grove that gave Black Americans a first chance to be or not to be. Here's to the Aldridges, the Robesons, the Dandridges, the D's, NEC, NBT, New Federal, Woody Kings, all praise to these who have spirited us to live and give this gift here, now, ever, in this gateway to the West. In this river city, we stand and say, thank you for steps to follow, for the dream of the one and the many, those that believed and came with their best to build the Black Rep. Hey now! That first seed that was planted has blossomed and stood the test. We were hungry, and the drama was the manna. We were blessed to express, to take a chance to make a way, create a new day, a legacy of the best. The Black Rep, 25 years, 47 years, sorry, and counting. The Black Rep, our chance to create and continue a legacy that has stood the test. 46 years, I said, and counting, counting, counting. I'm gonna go to the B selection.
Yes, please, thank you.
Okay, and just stop me if I'm going on too long.
All right.
I have a very good skin. A story to tell it today. A story. A story. So grateful to share your space this way. When I say come, you say come. Come! 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 Come with me, recollecting, holding ground, an iron, and a wash tub. See this old iron? My mother kept this iron because it belonged to her mother, Annie Mae, who kept it because it belonged to her mother, Mama T, short for Thessalonian. Mama T was a slave, first in Mississippi, then Arkansas, and that's where Annie Mae was born. But let me tell you about this iron and why it's so special. Annie Mae Tucker, my grandmother, was the best ironer, I said the best ironer in the state of Arkansas. That's what everybody said anyway. She would put that iron on the stove and take it off at just the right time, each time, to get that perfect crisp pressing and smooth. And she sang from the minute her feet touched the floor in the morning till her body lay down at night. Oh Lord, my God, in awesome wonder, consider the white woman Annie Mae worked for, Idella Poole, was always the talk of the town because of her beautiful wardrobe. Annie Mae always kept her looking to a T. Now you know, an iron can be used for some other things besides iron, although that's what it's mostly used for. But sometimes it can be used as a door prop to let a cool breeze come through. The story was that one day, this was in the spring of 1922, a mad dog came up in the yard. And Annie Mae was washing clothes in the wash tub. Before she knew it, the dog was near about 6 feet away from her baby girl who was playing on the porch. That was my mama, Jessie. So Annie Mae got real still and whispered some words. She went invisible and slipped up to the porch. She went into the core of her soul, into the knowing part, the place that passes all, that folds space, freezes time, shape shifts. It happened quick. Then she came back visible and was standing between her baby girl and that mad dog. The iron caught her eye. That day, it was being used to prop the front door. With one fell swoop, she snatched up that iron and yelled out, "Get thee behind me, Satan." Then she raised that iron up over her head and said some words that she had heard her great aunt Callie say to protect them from the KKK when they first got free. By the way, by the way, I'm shah the way. Anyway, that dog got unmanned quickly and went to crying and running, just as Annie Mae was about to give him a permanent headache. They say the iron must have had some kind of magical power because even though Annie Mae never actually struck the dog, there was an imprint right in the center of his head that matched the shape of that iron. And he never acted mad again, though he was cross-eyed from then on. Nobody could ever explain it. Callie, that was my great-great aunt, who I was named after. Now, down home, everybody knows about the legend of Callie Tucker. She was a true conjure woman. Oh, they say she could walk through stones, snatch up the lightning, swirl it around in her hand, and use it to heat up her medicine pot. They say she mixed a healing salve with magic from the full moon to heal the wounds of every creature walking up on 2 or down on 4. She was a healer. She knew about special words and prayers and things that worked like magic. And her wash tub, by the day, it was just a wash tub. But by night, she used it as a medicine pot for whatever healing is needed. So this was a special wash tub. And some folks say that's why Annie Mae's laundry came out so extra clean and bright, like new every time, because she inherited this wash tub
from her Aunt Callie Tuck. Some of you may be wondering how Annie Mae knew how to go invisible. Well, she learned that from Callie Tuck too. First child, Aunt Callie said to Annie Mae, "This is holy ground. Wherever you know that the ancestors are always here, the presence of miracles, the very Spirit of God, always right here, ready to stroke, stoke, or to cloak you. Hear what I say now. Whatever it is you need, the ancestors can help you. Open yourself and receive God's will. That's how you invoke the power. You know what I mean? Then the Spirit can come forth and do things through you. Supernatural to some, but natural to others." Callie Tuck took Annie Mae's face in her hand. You know what I mean. Annie Mae felt the same interest and saw visions like her Aunt Callie. She understood it was something seemed like in her bones. Wasn't many come this way, got the Aunt Callie continued, "You the only one I know of in this generation of Tucks that's got it." Annie Mae looked deep into her aunt's eyes and told her, "Yes, ma'am. I feel it." Callie Tuck knew. Anyway, she knew Annie Mae could understand. This is what she taught her about going invisible. See yourself moving without being seen. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Ula sena matonga edanana. Send a thought to those you need to be hidden from, to freeze in time. Redirect their thinking, their seeing. Now you remember these words I tell you, and you can go invisible when you need it. Annie Mae repeated the words until she knew them by heart. See what you're doing, child, is asking the ancestors. I'm going to open up a way for you. Light the way for you. Just get real still and whisper these words and see what happens. But don't play around with it now. It ain't nothing to play with, you hear me? She yelled back, "Yes, ma'am." Annie Mae said. The first time Annie Mae had to go invisible was when she was 12 years old and on her way back from delivering some of Mama T's canned pears. All of a sudden, 3 white boys, big teenagers, jumped out the woods, laughing and hollering. "Come here, gal!" The one boy reached out to grab her. Annie Mae took off running. Her legs, though longer than most 12-year-old girls, was no match for these grown-up boys. They soon caught up to her and circled her. One of them said, "We've been watching you, little gal, and we want some of that poontang." The others hooted and laughed, slapped their thighs, and yelled in agreement. They pushed her to the ground. Her hands dug into the dirt, dry, dusty from the August moon. Annie Mae was praying. Then she remembered she saw herself moving without being seen. Then she shouted special words to go invisible. "Shoo, shoo, shoo. Ola sena la tonga e banana kankabuna lili shante vuchekuna shoo, shoo, shoo." What the hell is she saying? One of the boys said. Just then Annie Mae began spinning so fast, round and round. This nigga must be crazy. Grab her. And with that, a sudden wind came up and Annie Mae leaped into the air, opening her hands to release the dusty dirt which swirled like a little tornado. In their attempt to grab Annie, the teenage boys collided. When the dust cleared, they didn't see Annie Mae anywhere. Then, ping, 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 they started feeling what felt like little rocks upside their heads. Ow! Ouch! Oh, wheel! They exclaimed. They didn't know where these rocks were coming from. Annie Mae had come back visible, but was up in a black walnut tree, using her trusty slingshot that she always carried to shoo away box and critters that might come along to shoot these dastardly boys with walnuts. "I'm getting out of here," said one boy. "Me too," another agreed and ran off. "Go on and run," said the ringleader. "I'm gonna find that little nigga gal. She can't be far." Just then, Annie Mae jumped down from the tree, right on the back of this boy, yelling, "Get thee behind me, Satan! By the way, I'm shy the way." Then, using both hands, she smashed smashed that black walnut right in the center of his forehead. That boy was dazed and fell to the ground to his knees in pain. Annie Mae ran off quick, glad to be getting away. Ooh-wee. The knot that rose up on that boy's head never did go down. He didn't try to retaliate. He was too scared and too ashamed to tell anybody that a little 12-year-old colored gal had snatched a knot in his head. They called him knothead after that. But my favorite story was about the wash tub and how it was used for more than just a wash tub. Helen Tuck was 12 years old when she and her mom and daddy first got brought to Old Man Lancaster's plantation. Her daddy, my great-great-great-granddaddy, was a 7-foot tall man straight from Africa. And her mama, my great-great-aunt, you know her. Anyway, she was a mahogany black woman, beautiful. Men couldn't stand to look at her. Too stunning, too beautiful to look at, I'm telling you. People say sometimes men lost their mind or went blind and straight out fell dead from looking at her. That's what happened when Callie Tuck and them came to Lancaster. Her mama was named Belle and her daddy, they called him Fred. But that name was Neferkara. He knew what his name was and where he come from. He knew his true language and culture, and he passed it on in little pieces as best he could to his family and all those around sensible enough to receive it. More later.
Thank you so much again, and I apologize, but I know we have been past time today, and I just wanted to make sure we can go ahead and keep moving because we have some other things tonight. But once again, please, Ms. Khan, thank you so much. Please give it up for March 5. All right, we have some winners. Once again, let's give it up for our judges again. Anita, Jacqueline, Kathy, Gio. We thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you all so much. All right. Also, we will, five winners, top five. We working on some certificates for you. There was a little discrepancy, so we will get that for you. But I am going to call all of you up once again. Lanita Atabe, come on up. Business E. Roberts, come on up. Jesse Boyd Williams, come on up. Michael Coleman, come on up. Denisha Gibson, come on up. All right. So once again, great work to all five of you. We appreciate you so much, and hopefully this was a great experience for you all, and you keep working, keep working, keep working. All right, third place, the winner of $200 is Miss Denitra Gibson. Great work, great work. That's Oakland University, Oakland University. All right. Second place from the dirty South, Georgia Southern University, Mr. Benjamin C. Roberts. All right, here we go, here we go. And that was a winner of $300 if I did not say that. And our top winner of $500. So y'all excited about tonight? I think there's some teaser readers tonight, right? Yeah. And the winner is, you know, the Craft Institute. It's tomorrow too, Monica and New White. Make sure y'all catch that as well. From Wayne State University, Mr. Jesse Boyd Williams. So once again, give it up for your three winners, Jesse Boyd Williams, Benjamin C. Roberts, and Denise Gibson. But once again, give it up for all five. We're proud of all five of you all. Real quick, and then you'll be able to get pictures with them, talk with them. I think we've made all of our announcements, just acknowledgements. Thank you all so much for those who helped with the competition. Thank you, judges, once again. Thank you, Amanda Washington, appreciate you. Let's give it up once again for the Walt Disney Company, who has been here helping us out. Disney. And they have two workshops. I think one is today, I think right after this, yep, and then one is tomorrow. Make sure you catch that. Now I'm gonna say like the old folks, I wanna get us up out of here. If I forgot to thank anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart. God bless you all. Peace.
Congratulations, guys.